There are moments in Formula One that go far beyond lap times and track position. Moments where instinct, timing, and experience come together in a split second to change the course of a weekend or even an entire season. And in Miami, Lewis Hamilton delivered one of those moments. With rain in the air, a half-dry circuit, and the grid frozen in indecision, Hamilton made a call so sharp, so precise, that even Ferrari didn't see it coming. A strategy born not on the pit wall, but in the cockpit. A move that would leave his team stunned and his rivals scrambling to catch up. This is the story behind that decision, behind the unheard radio message, behind the confidence to defy the standard playbook and take a risk when no one else dared. Because while others hesitated, Hamilton acted. And it didn't just earn him a podium, it changed the momentum of the entire Miami Grand Prix. It reminded Ferrari and the world exactly why they brought him here. But before we unpack every detail of how that insane strategy unfolded and how the results from the sprint could now redefine Ferrari's approach heading into the main race, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us until the very end. Because what you're about to see might just be the moment this season turns a corner. As the lights went out in Miami, uncertainty took control of the track. The circuit wasn't soaked, but it wasn't dry either. It sat in that gray, treacherous zone where grip changes from one corner to the next, and nothing feels reliable. Most drivers leaned on caution. Most teams stared at the data, waiting for precise information, hoping someone else would make the first move. It was the kind of scenario where hesitation spreads like a virus through the pit lane. But Lewis Hamilton isn't most drivers. He didn't hesitate. He didn't flinch. While others played it safe and stuck with the consensus, Hamilton did what true champions do. He trusted himself. He trusted the seat of his pants, the feeling in his fingers, the delicate vibration of the car through the steering column. And he made a call, a bold one, a risky one, to switch to soft tires earlier than anyone else was even discussing. This wasn't the kind of decision that came from a spreadsheet or a wind tunnel model. This was pure driver instinct, years of experience honed through pressure, failure, success, and everything in between. It was the sort of move you can only make when you've stared down uncertainty hundreds of times before and come out on top. Ferrari, understandably, were cautious. On paper, it looked premature. The surface was patchy, the softs could have overheated, grained, or collapsed. But Hamilton wasn't speculating. He was certain. His message over the radio was direct and calm, not a question but a statement of intent. And in that moment, the balance of authority shifted. He wasn't just another driver reacting to instructions. He was taking control. And that's when everything changed. As soon as the switch was made, it was as if the rest of the field was standing still. Hamilton surged forward lap after lap, exploiting every millimeter of extra grip, dancing on the edge of adhesion with total confidence. His lines were clean, his exits sharp, his braking aggressive but controlled. He picked off cars one by one with surgical precision, turning what looked like a mediocre run into a performance that redefined the entire weekend. In just a few laps, he transformed the narrative, from another disappointing Saturday to a masterclass in racing intelligence. He crossed the line in third place, but what mattered wasn't just the result. It was how he achieved it. Through clarity, through courage, through leadership in a moment of total uncertainty. And that's where the true impact begins to unfold. Because what Hamilton did wasn't just good for him. It sent a shockwave through Ferrari. A team that has often been paralyzed by indecision and second-guessing was just reminded what happens when you empower the driver. When you allow instinct to override calculation, when you listen to the feel of the car rather than just the numbers. For Ferrari, the choice ahead is critical. Do they return to playing it safe, hiding behind simulations and split-second analytics? Or do they fully lean into what Hamilton offers, not just his speed, but his vision, his leadership, and his ability to read the bigger picture in real time? Because the truth is, Ferrari haven't just signed a driver. They've signed a strategist, a motivator, a mind that can make the difference not just across a weekend, but across a season. And this moment in Miami might just be the proof they needed. It's also a powerful message to every other team in the paddock. Even when Ferrari stumble, even when the car isn't perfect, even when the weekend starts off on the wrong foot, Lewis Hamilton is capable of dragging the entire operation back into contention with one single fearless call. That kind of influence is rare, and that kind of belief, when it catches fire inside a team, can lead to something truly unstoppable. But this is just the beginning. What Ferrari choose to do next will be telling. Do they give Hamilton more authority, more input, more trust? Do they finally build a weekend around his instincts instead of trying to reshape him to fit their philosophy? Because if they do, if they start listening the way they did in Miami, then this podium won't be remembered as a consolation. It'll be remembered as a turning point. The moment Ferrari stopped doubting and started evolving. The moment Lewis Hamilton didn't just drive the car, he drove the direction of the team. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Was this just one great call in tricky conditions, or the start of a new chapter between Hamilton and Ferrari?